Welcome back to Living in Tucson, your Tucson real estate connection. It's that time again. Let's break down the June 2025 housing market report. Rates, pricing, sales activity, and the new Federal Housing Finance Agency announcement. Let's dive in. Mortgage rates. Before we jump into local trends, we first like to cover mortgage rates. As of July, the 30-year fixed is sitting around 6.72% compared to the last video of 6.85%, and that was last month. With the 15-year closer to 5.86 compared to last month's 5.99%. So as of today, we're still slightly above the 30-year fixed 52-week average of 6.68%. So rates are quite flat and we're not really trending downward like we would like to see. September of last year, we bottomed out at about 6.08% for the 30-year fixed. One thing we like to look at each and every month is the mortgage application index. Here we see the inverse relationship between interest rates and mortgage applications. As rates go down, applications go up, and conversely, as rates increase, we see applications fall. Rates have been hovering in the high sixes, and if you squint and you look real hard at the mortgage application index, we're seeing a slight ticking upwards despite the rates more or less flattening out. One thing I should mention is the new announcement from Bill Pulte, who heads the Federal Housing Finance Agency, or the FHFA. Mr. Pulte has announced that Freddie Mae and Freddie Mac backed mortgages can now allow the VantageScore 4.0 to be used when considering mortgage applications. This is a major change in the mortgage market because we've been on the FICO standard since the 80s. I have a full video announcement here on the channel, but in short, the VantageScore 4.0 is a scoring system that allows borrowers to use their rent and utility payment history to prove their creditworthiness. The FHFA estimates up to 5 million individuals should now qualify with this new change, and they estimate nearly $1 trillion could enter the housing sector. Now, these are pretty aggressive numbers, and only time will tell, but this is somewhat exciting news for those individuals who might have little to no credit history. I always thought it was kind of funny you have to first take on debt to prove you're financially responsible enough to pay it back. It's just kind of a silly game we play. Next up, we have percentage of list. Now, the first Tucson market number I want to cover is percentage of list. The percentage of the list is when a seller lists a home in the MLS, what percentage of the list price are they getting? This is based on the final list price and does not account for price reductions, which we'll cover later. For June 2025, sellers are getting 98.1% of their list price, same as last month. That's generally good news for buyers. We're well off the days of 100% or higher. Now, there's more comfort room for pricing negotiations and some seller concessions. And in case you didn't know what a seller concessions is, seller concessions are a credit from the seller that can be used for things like closing cost credits, rate buy downs, or even repairs as a part of the deal to ease the financial burden of the home buyer. So if you're a seller, it's imperative in this market to price your home correctly and possibly include some upfront concessions. Now, this isn't the best strategy for every home, but if you want to attract more buyers, one strategy is to include some listing verbiage such as seller is willing to cover up to $5,000 of the buyer's closing costs with a full price offer. I said it last month, and this remains true going into June. Our local market is flat and boring, which gives both buyers and sellers the opportunity or sometimes obligation to be creative. All right, let's get into days on market, or DOM for short. Days on market is how long it takes from the day the listing goes live in the MLS to the day it's under contract, not how long it takes to close. Most contracts take 30 days to close. For June 2025, the average days on market is up 12 days from this time last year at 29 days, which means homes are taking just under a month to get under contract. Right now, we're seeing buyers are taking more time to choose their home, and sellers are having to price a bit more competitively. So if you're a seller and your home is drastically exceeding the days on market, check comps, it's probably overpriced. There's nothing more powerful for a seller than a hyper-local, most recent sold data in that area that your home is in. And for our buyers out there, if you're writing an offer and you see 30 plus days on market and the home has not reduced in price, you might be in a good position to negotiate, or they might be preparing for a price reduction. Now let's move on to the dollar per square foot, or price per square foot. As of June 2025, Tucson averaged $233 per square foot across the entire MLS. To get the dollar per square foot for your home, you simply take the list price and divide it by the square footage of the home. And again, the dollar per square foot for all homes in Tucson last month was $233. This is a key metric to keep in mind whenever you're going to list or offer on a home. This is the best at-a-glance number to consider when analyzing almost any property. Now it's time for everyone's favorite part of the video, home values. For June 2025, the median home sales price for single-family homes was $376,000, which is up just 0.8% year over year. And the average sales price was up 1.5%. And a quick note here, when we talk about home values, we usually reference the median home sales price, not the average. Why? The median price gives us the price that's right in the middle, meaning half of the homes sold for more and the other half sold for less. The average, on the other hand, can get quite skewed with the few that are on the very high end or very low end sales that month. So the median gives us a better sense of what a typical buyer or seller is seeing in the market right now. Let's switch slides and look at condos and townhomes, which are resting at a median price of $263,000, which is down 0.8% year over year. And if you glance down at the days on market for townhomes and condos, you'll see a near doubling year over year. I covered why this is so in last month's market update video. Price reductions. Now let's talk about the newest data point that we have access to, price reductions. As of June 2025, 44% of active MLS listings had price reductions, averaging 6.4% after 3 weeks or 21 days. And 44% is becoming the average here in Tucson. We saw nearly the same in May. This is why if you're getting close to a month on market and you have no offers, your home might be overpriced. And if you're shopping and you see listings days on market start to approach 30 days or 1 month without a price reduction, you're probably in a good position to win an offer 5 to 7% off the current list price. Moving on to unit sales. Now let's dive into unit sales. This is always a big one to watch closely. Pre-COVID, we saw over 1,000 sales per month, both rates flattening out and we're seeing them in the high sixes. We're not really seeing a major uptick in home values or in home sales month over month. As of June 2025, we had 800 total home sales, which honestly isn't that bad, but we're still at 4% decrease from this time last year. Home inventory. Economics 101, supply and demand. As of June 2025, the total active listings in Tucson was 2,952. That's 3.69 months of home inventory, meaning if no new homes listed, we'd sell out in just under 4 months. And let's break it down. 2,235 single-family homes, 265 townhomes, 119 manufactured homes, 296 condos, and 37 mobile homes. Now that's a wrap for the Tucson Housing Market Report for June of 2025. If you want to learn more about the new announcement, I'll make sure to leave the new video linked in the show notes. Thank you so much for watching, and if you got any value out of this, leave us an internet high five, drop your questions in the comments, and subscribe to keep up with the Tucson Housing Market Report each and every month. Now make it a great day.
Buying or selling a home is one of the biggest decisions you'll ever make. That's why you need a local Tucson expert real estate partner. With all the exciting reasons you have for buying a home, one of the biggest reasons is it can dramatically increase your family's wealth. So whether you're looking to purchase your first home, your next home, a second home, an investment property, or maybe you want to sell your home, choosing an experienced real estate expert to help you will make it a smooth and easy process. And choosing the right realtor can make the difference of more money in your pocket after closing. So whether you're a first-time home buyer or a seasoned investor, or maybe just interested in knowing what your home's worth, contact Tyler Ford and Team today. Call Tyler Ford and Team today at 520-775-3400. That's 520-775-3400.